My dear, I thought you knew, but sometimes we only learn through experience what others are too afraid to say. I believed you already understood, but sometimes hearts speak louder than words. I thought you already saw it in my eyes, but perhaps we overlook what we need to hear most. It seems that I assume too much, for there's more to what I'm feeling than I thought you realized. I believed our silence spoke volumes, but I knew, see, I should have shared my heart more openly. My dear, I thought we were on the same page, but sometimes the truth gets lost between the lines. I thought you knew, but I see now that some feelings are too complex to just assume. I believed you felt what I feel, but perhaps we both need a little more clarity in this moment. I thought our connection was clear, but it turns out there's so much more we both need to understand. I thought you understood the depth of my feelings, but I see now that words are where clarity begins. I was wrong to think you already knew my heart, for even love can be a mystery sometimes. I believed you could read between the lines, but I see now that we both need to speak our truth. I thought you already knew the way I feel, but emotions are not always as obvious as we think. My dear, I thought we shared the same understanding, but feelings are more intricate than we often admit. I thought our bond was enough, but maybe I should have shown you how deeply it runs. I assumed you knew, but love isn't always just about knowing. It's about feeling and expressing. I thought you understood, but sometimes what's hidden inside is harder to reveal than I imagined. I believed you knew what was in my heart, but I see now that it takes more than assumptions. I thought you could sense my emotions, but sometimes even the closest hearts need a little guidance. I thought you already knew the depth of my thoughts, but I was wrong to assume it was that clear. I thought our souls spoke the same language, but there are times when even silence doesn't communicate enough. I believed you understood how much I care, but it seems there's always more beneath the surface. I thought I made it obvious, but perhaps my heart needs a little more speaking than I realized. I thought you knew how I felt, but sometimes our feelings hide in places we can't see. I assumed you understood the weight of my thoughts, but maybe I need to show you more clearly. I thought you already knew this about me, but sometimes what we believe is true is just an illusion. I thought I had been clear, but there are layers of love and emotions that can't be easily defined. I thought you understood my feelings, but now I see that clarity is something we both need. I thought we shared the same understanding, but sometimes hearts need more than just connection. They need communication. I believed you knew, but it seems that even the closest relationships require a little more honesty. I thought you could feel my heart, but sometimes we need to say the things we think are understood. I thought I was transparent, but I see now that even deep connections need to be nurtured with words. I assumed you knew my intentions, but feelings don't always translate as expected. I thought you felt the same, but maybe I need to remind you of my true thoughts. I believed you already knew, but love can be a quiet whisper that needs to be shouted sometimes. I thought we were in sync, but now I see that understanding takes more than just shared moments. I thought I had expressed enough, but I see now that emotions need to be said aloud to truly be known. I believed you understood the current weight of my feelings, but sometimes silence does more harm than good. I thought we both understood, but sometimes clarity needs to be nurtured and brought to the surface. I thought you knew my heart, but now I realize there are times when we need to show it more plainly. I assumed you felt what I felt, but maybe I was wrong to think that connection alone was enough. I believed you already knew the depths of my emotions, but perhaps I need to explain them more thoroughly. I thought we shared an unspoken understanding, but it seems words are just as necessary as silence. I thought you could read my thoughts, but perhaps I need to write them down for you to truly understand. I believed you knew my heart, but sometimes love needs to be explained in more than just gestures. I thought you could hear my silent cries, but now I see that I need to speak them out loud. I believed you felt my pain, but it turns out that even the closest hearts can't always see each other clearly. I thought you knew how much I care, but it seems the truth of my feelings hasn't been fully understood. I thought we were aligned, but sometimes the heart and mind need a little more time to sync up.